Pre-show. Pre-show. I don't see it yet. You sure you started it?
Yeah. Hopefully this song isn't too short. There's enough time to do
Okay, what's the delay on? 20 seconds, right? There it is. Damn. Dude, our hashtags are wrong. We're not anime, we're Adventure Time. In Overwatch.
What about hashtag nerf this?
Hashtag Overwatch. Hashtag we beat Hasbro to the punch.
Hashtag don't copyright bot us, please.
Yeah. Pre-show! Hey, say something in chat, Brendan, Cobalt. So I can... There we go. Perfect.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna kick Cobalt from chat now.
Woo!
There we go.
Oh, I just got kicked.
Okay.
The middle of the song is awful.
So bad. Where's the sick guitar riffs, man? I want the sickest guitar riffs. The sickest... Sickest of guitars. Yes. Good. Oh yeah. So yeah, seriously, man. This is terrible. I'm listening to it right now.
Yeah, well the start was fine. Like, it's very cheesy 80s.
Yeah,
I'll find something else. Do we need more time?
Good.
How many people we got already?
We got 10. We got 10. For an unusual time, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
I just posted the FB, the Facebook post, so it's...
We wait a little longer?
We could wait a little longer. What's up, chat? How is stuff? Trico, how are the kids? Let me know. I think that's a kid, right?
Wait, how old's Trico?
Like 14? You should have a kid by 14, right? Wait, is Trico 14? Did I just insult Trico? I'm not sure. See, Andrew, who may be an android.
Dream of electric sheep.
Yeah, Andrew 555, who Android is doing good, so that's good. Some guy with an avocado picture said hi.
Simon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simon would probably taste good.
Trico's kids are doing good. He's 15. It's good. His kids are 14. Because of science. There we go. We're at 13 people watching now.
13 peeps.
13 peeps. Peters. Tony Peters. Sup, bro? Bro's up. So what'd you learn in class today, Cobalt? You went to
mostly I didn't actually have fun today. I had like one lecture which was differential equations, which is fantastic. Other than that, I mostly trained people at the 3D print shop today.
Cool. Yeah, he works in the 3D print shop for his university.
That's cool.
Yeah, people go, I need
additive
this.
manufacturing.
Exactly, that's the real thing. People go, I need this, and he goes, okay.
Well, it's also really fun when people come in groups of 20 from like China asking for a tour place, and you have to give an impromptu presentation to a translator, and they just tell you speak for 20 minutes, and it's like, okay, hi people.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I like Nerf. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Here's a 3D printer in
Activity
Make.Test.
Society.
Yeah. Join us. Sign us up on the Facebooks, the Twitters, and the MySpace. Add me on Friendster. Subscribe to my Spotify.
It doesn't make out my
It's not really
Pinterest.
that exciting. Sometimes we actually have enough time that we just play the floor is lava with all the spinny chairs.
I mean, the floor is always lava, man.
Yeah, like, so we have like 7 to 10 spinny chairs in the laboratory. So basically one time, it was like 2 hours before closing, so there's nothing to do. So me and two other guys were just like, the floor is now lava. Do not touch it. So we just started jumping between chairs, and we were so fortunate that our boss didn't walk in.
If you got spinny chairs, I'm telling you, jousting. It's joust.
It's funny because
we're nearly ready, and we're gonna go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Start us off, Justin. Lay down that sick beat.
That's it. End of the pre-show. Wait.
End of the pre-show.
There's my thing. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all the peeps, welcome to Power Hour episode 12.
12!
Today on the show we've got Alex, as usual, and we are also joined by Cobalt.
Cobalt!
Hello!
His name's Brendan. Go stalk him on the Facebooks.
Do you have an Instagram?
Do you have a Twitter?
I have a Thingiverse. I have a Thingiverse, does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
So today we've got some cool stuff. So a quick topic rundown. As you saw from the title, we've been working on some Flywheels with FTW, Flywheel the World, and also we've been working with Nerf Activity Society on some cool stuff that we're use the flywheel cage in the wheels for. And Alex has made some prototype wheels from the designs, so we're going to look deeper into that, and we're going to also look at some of the designs that Cobalt's made. So this is something that he's been roughing up. What's her name? Tracer's pistols from Overwatch. There you go.
That one.
And also the other sci-fi kind of looking muzzle attachments. And then in the later part of the show, so there's no spoilers, or maybe you're just not interested, Adventure Time after 10 years, 8 seasons has ended. And they had their finale the other week, and we're going to talk about that, talk about Adventure Time, talk about the lore, blah 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 blah.
In the bonus power, more power.
Yeah. So,
all the power.
That's one of the things we'll be doing, maybe.
Wait, did Alex do work? Alex does lots of work, Trico. I will turn you into a newt.
I thought he's already a Trico, so
exactly.
He's already a gecko, so a newt.
Hey, baby steps, man. I don't want to waste too much mana. Keep it simple. All right. So.
How's your week been?
It's not been too. It's not, a little busy, a little hectic. I got spiders everywhere today, so that was terrible.
Oh no!
I almost died. Yeah.
I know they're your favorite, but.
No. I almost burnt down all of Australia because of the spiders.
Well, Australia's already burning.
Yeah, exactly. It's still burning. Is the correct answer.
That isn't.
Yeah.
It's like, is California on fire.com?
Yes. No, it's just yes. It's just a static GIF or static image of yes. So, Brendan, we brought you on here because you like tea, and Justin likes tea. Oh, but before that, Justin, how's your week been, man?
Oh. It's been good. I've been editing and been getting back into a work schedule and all this other cool shit.
Yeah.
Being productive and stuff.
So you got to say a little bit on what you had for breakfast this morning. Just a tiny.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Oh boy.
I do want you to talk about it because
I had butter coffee.
So you had a stick of butter and a cup of coffee. Whole stick of butter.
Anyway, I'm trying to reduce my weight. I lose weight, whatever, but I'm trying out a bit of ketosis and intermediate fasting. I'm not gonna Anyway, so one of the things butter coffee is you don't add butter to your coffee, you replace milk, no sugar, and actually I've just reduced sugar, carbohydrate intake overall, and avoiding sugar and that kind of stuff. So yeah, this isn't something you have on the side, you just have that for breakfast. And so you make up a coffee, you brew a cup of coffee, and then you get 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter, nice creamy grass-fed butter. So
you feed the grass butter.
Yeah. So cows that have actually been allowed to forage and stuff, so not just factory farm.
Wait, where are the cows come in this?
Huh?
I thought you were feeding grass butter.
Anyway. And so
denied.
That would be butter-fed grass.
Butter-fed grass.
Turns yellow, gets really plump.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And then
that's how succulents became a thing.
Yeah,
like the little fat leaf plants that grow in the desert.
I mean, if he's had some
anyway, let me
bacon
finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
So anyway, and also a teaspoon of MCT oil, or just basically just a refined coconut oil, which has medium chain triglycerides in it. And anyway, no sugar, and I also add a square.
But then how do you eat cake?
I don't, unless it's a cheat day.
That doesn't make sense. So cheat day is Monday through Sunday, right?
No.
Cool.
So yeah, but like if I know I'm gonna eat like normal food for breakfast because I got other shit to do that day, I won't have that. I'll just have a normal coffee or a normal tea.
Okay. Huh. The more you know.
It's like you don't mix them, because otherwise you're just eating a giant load of fat.
You're eating a stick of butter.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Can I have a stick of butter, please?
You gotta spice up this coffee. Bam! Kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brendan, you been good? No butter coffee?
Yeah. No butter coffee, but I did get to eat a full breakfast today, which was different for a change.
You had to fight for it, steal it off someone else.
Yeah, he's a university kid, man. He's got to like take down
with
people.
the wolves.
Yeah, so what I do is I actually steal people's lunch. Nice. I just walk by, swipe it.
Do they notice? Do you have to like run, or do you have to like take them out?
I just like throw something, throw a coin, and then they're distracted for 2 seconds, and then you swipe it.
Yes.
And then you hide under a box and run away.
Yeah. I'm in a box.
I feel safe.
Yeah.
The best disguise.
It's like where I'm meant to be. In the box. Yeah. Okay, that was probably enough banter. Wait, how much banter do we have scheduled for this power hour?
I don't know.
We gotta check the schedule.
Well, isn't this all?
Do we meet the quota?
Isn't the power hour all banter anyway?
Isn't life just banter?
It's the bit in between the beginning and the end.
Exactly.
All right.
We
have up here a nice picture. I think this is one of the original releases once Mr. Heathpants was finished on it, of the dessert pigeon.
Yes, and we've shown this quite a few times because it's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's very cool.
How far away is yours? I believe you ordered one?
Mine is... I can't quote me because I'm guessing, but I believe mine is done. It's just missing the wheels.
Ah.
Which
you
funnily enough, I have the wheels.
Yeah, you can make them now.
Yeah. So
so what do we? How did you want to structure this? Do you want to talk about the wheels first, or do you want to talk about the designs, or?
Yeah, let's talk about the wheels. Let's do the wheels. So bring up. Yeah, we'll start with that one.
All right.
So,
what is this?
So this is a micro for the win flywheel. It's Adrian. Hey, Adrian's in chat. So Adrian Ward, Flywheel the World guy, has started. Did designs for these micro flywheels, and if you have a second, check out his Facebook page. It has like expression of interest for his Kickstarter and all that.
He's the guy who we looked at the other week with the flywheeled Recon, and then flywheels in the Deploy.
Yes, he just released a Mark II flywheel Recon with a solenoid pusher, and it's nice. He does very good stuff. Yeah, so those are Adrian's wheels that we slightly modified because our equipment couldn't do exactly what he wanted. So we're calling these prototype wheels for now.
Yeah.
And they still need to be fully tested. Next to the white ones that are flashing by right now.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the size comparison. So if you just leave like a white one up at the angle.
Yeah.
So the white ones are size comparisons to normal flywheels versus his wheels. So they are much smaller.
They're gonna have to spin way faster, right, to get equal.
So he uses in all his recons and deploys honey badgers. No, Wolverines. The Wolverines. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. You've heard of those.
Wolverines on 3S.
Yeah. On 3S.
Yeah.
And they get very high RPM because you need the higher RPM to compensate for the smaller wheels.
Right.
Yeah.
What FPS was he getting?
With these new wheels, because he had older, different design before, so these are more concave and everything. He was getting 150 FPS with standard elite darts, and he did that because with standard elite darts, which are very light.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, you can compare that to, that's an easy metric, right? Anyone can go out and get a standard elite dart. That's easy. I'm personally going to be rocking these on Neo Rhinos on 4S. I don't know how long those Neo Rhinos will last, but they'll last a little bit. And this is all just math. This isn't actual physical testing yet. I'm expecting to get about 100 FPS with half-lives.
Maybe.
But being able to get a very consistent rate of fire because of the higher torque.
Well,
and of course,
yeah. I'm thinking about it, and because like when you go from, so if you've got a 2S motor and then you go to 3S, you've gone up by 1/3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's from 2 to 3, so like it's a third, what is it? If that makes sense. And then when you go from 3S to 4S, you're going up by a quarter. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
There's a 50% increase and it's a 33% increase. Is the difference? That's what I meant. So when you go to 4S from a 3S motor, I don't think you're going to get the higher RPM shift.
So someone already did the math, and they were looking at about 54,000 FPS. No, not
RPM.
Yes, FPS.
Wow.
Yeah. We're gonna hit escape velocity, and we're gonna hit Pluto very quickly. Suck it. No. 54,000 RPM. Like I said, but also with the desert pigeons, I only want 100 FPS.
Right.
I don't want high FPS with them.
Because it's the pistol.
It's my pistol. I want to use it for HVZ. If we can get over the fact of let's use half-flanks for HVZ. Cough, cough, Enwar.
Wait, Enwar doesn't allow half-flanks.
Enwar doesn't allow half-flanks. There's a huge...
That's dumb.
It's the huge thing of half-lengths were for NIC and full lengths were for HVZ in the States. It's just a very big stigma that needs to be done away with, but it's such an ingrained stigma that it's going to take a little bit of time. We're trying to talk with people and just go, as long as they're factory-produced darts, aka don't make no homemade darts, which has always been a thing.
Yeah, workers.
Exactly. With the ones I have in the picture, those are my darts that I bought. I like the workers. It's just something that we got to work out. I'm hoping they allow it. But it'll be good. I'll be using this at Ragnarok. I'll probably be kimboing desert pigeons at Ragnarok for the lulz. I don't plan to be doing well in the 5v5s, but I plan to
be memorable.
I will. It will be amazing because there's no melee. There's no melee allowed in
Oh.
in Ragnarok 5v5. I'm still gonna have a sword on me. It doesn't say I can't have a sword on
So
me.
you know what they need to make now? They need to make the
Bayonets for
double
this?
barrel 1911.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do. Oh, that'd be cool. If only we knew like a 3D program. Brendan, you be
What?
quiet. Can you make me a
Yes?
double barrel 1911?
Funnily enough, I had actually pondered the idea of making a barreled Nerf gun that looks like the alternator from Titanfall, but that's another story for another day.
The
Do it.
alternator.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
Google alternator Titanfall 2, you'll know what I'm talking
So speaking of cool shit you've been working on, what is
Brendan.
Project Spitfire, Brendan?
Well, first, Brendan, who are you?
Wait, who are you?
What-
He's an
what do you got?
an enigma.
about. What am I? Well, I am many
What
a
am I?
thing.
You're an
already a
element
thing?
that's added to iron to give it better properties.
Yeah, I'm something that you can make you can use to make shiny and bluish
Hey.
color.
I mean, most people are made out of oil to make shiny. I'm sure if you heat treated it enough, you get a bluish color. What color are your eyes? I mean, we could probably extract that.
Stop.
Anyway.
It depends on what light I'm in, but
Yeah, there
typically
you go.
brown.
Ah, that's useless then. Anyway, you're dead to me. Anyway, so who are you? Where are you? What's your name? What do you do? What
Alright,
planet
so
do you live on?
what planet? Well, I don't know how I can
On
phrase it
topic.
in earthly
He's
language.
from Nerf Activity Society. God damn it.
Yeah. Call sign Cobalt. I mostly go by Brendan though. I design things, and this is my latest design. I call it Project Spitfire because I'm trying to avoid the copyright bots for a little bit.
No, you're not. You're not. They're
Yeah,
everywhere.
I'm not.
They're in your.
Yeah, I
they're
know.
in your closet. So,
I'm trying to.
So Brendan saw the Overwatch releasing, or Blizzard and Hasbro teaming up and releasing Overwatch Nerf blasters, and Brendan's like, where's Tracer's kind of his bae, his waifu-esque thing.
Excuse you. I do. That is not our relationship.
Yes, it is. Anyway, and
But she's gay.
Yes. That is oddly the relationship with a lot of my friends. So, not something I'm unused to.
Wait, what? Anyway, continue.
Topic for another
Anyway.
day.
anyway, so then he's like, I'll make one. So he made a pistol, and then he showed it to me, and he's like, look what I made, and I'm like, holy shit. So
Yeah, so basically,
yeah, so
Nerf
describe
had-
this. What
This
what's
also has
describe
internal
functionality?
picks, right?
Yes.
So, originally I was going to make two stripes look like a pair of tracer pistols, but then I was like, you know what? Nah, that seems too far from the. That's in function. It would probably work because auto stripe pistols are already a thing. Then Nerf decided to pair up with Blizzard, and then I was like, huh, all right, cool. And then the renders started coming out. I was like, where's the tracer pistol? And inevitably they are going to do one because title cover art character. So I decided that one, I'm not a Rival fan. Sorry, Rival fans, but I prefer dart. Yeah, I prefer dart blasters. So I decided that I'm going to make a tracer pistol before Hasbro does. So yeah, and the new micro style flywheels came out, or well, not came out, but there were whispers of such a thing.
They exist.
And I decided that we now have the technology to make this thing a reality. So yeah, this is basically going to be a really compact auto strike, except instead of using a standard gear and rack and pinion pusher system, it's going to use a solenoid system.
Yeah.
And
so you're going to take from the recon. You're going to take Adrian Ward's idea from the recon, and essentially you're going to take that system, which is what Adrian wants to do with his setup with Flywheel the World, is essentially have pusher kits, micro pusher kits, to be able to put in things. So
ideally, I get this to be a rapid fire. So yeah. take me to the next level. Hopefully,
you can the solenoids you can easily rig it up just to full auto it, and then were you still so you have signed up a little bit of the internals. I know you did the magwell, and then right.
I am currently working on fitting the micro flywheel cage.
Yeah.
So yeah, once I have that, then I'll pretty much have everything I need to start 3D printing. Oh wait, no, I retract that. I have to get the solenoid, model that into the shell, and then I'll be able to printing and fitting.
How quick can the solenoid pulse, and how much heat will be generated though?
It's a decent amount of heat. From Adrian's testing, I think he was getting a good 8 to 10 darts a second. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to relook that up.
Like, you can pulse a solenoid as quick as you want, so long as, like, well, as quick as it can push whatever load it's pushing, and it's only pushing a dart. But, like, as long as they are on, they are, it's a coil of wire, so it's going to start generating heat.
Yeah, which is why you hook it up to the there you go. Adrian said 10 to 12 darts per second. Were you getting any heating issues with your setup, Adrian? Because from what I've been seeing is he MOSFETted it. Yeah. So he wasn't actually getting, and then I don't know if he set it up to a Arduino, but from the pictures it looked like he did, and you could just disable power while you're not using it. Yes, the full auto is going to keep getting hotter and hotter and hotter, but then also between, you only have your mag capacity maxes out at 40 degrees. Yeah. It's not terrible.
I always thought that the Hyperfire, when you cut it down, and if you added like a foregrip that's arched at the front, you'd get that tracer pistol look.
Yeah, that would work. It would be a bit bulky depending on how much you cut it down, but that would technically work.
Yeah. The big thing with the micro flywheel system, you actually can emulate the tracer or any streamlined pistol a lot better.
Yeah.
You can fit into a lot of things.
It's kind of like how the mechanism for airsoft guns is really tiny, and so you can basically put it into whatever look-alike replica.
Yep. Yeah. So it would be good. Were your Cobalt? Were your plans still setting it up to so you're gonna have a 20 dart magazine? So you just do lol. I'm in game character.
How many shots does she have?
Pretty much. She has 40 darts or 40 shots.
40 darts. How many darts does she have?
Yeah, she has 40 darts, but it's divided by 2 pistols, so 20 darts each.
Yeah.
20 darts each. Alright.
Cool.
And to account for the heat, I was thinking about printing the main shell out of PET-G. And if heat becomes that big of an issue, maybe a cooling system, depending on how difficult that will be.
You've got those little, the kind of chevrons, you could turn those into vents.
Yeah, exactly.
Or fans, and you actually make them, because in the game they spin when she reloads or when she rewinds time, or both.
When she reloads, the sides open to vent the plasma heat, because she's like.
What if you? What if you just made that a function where you vent the heat? I don't like it. Wouldn't actually function that well, but it would be cool.
Well, add in a cooling fan, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, cooling fan, and then you can actually when you kick up the fan.
Adrian Ward in the comments just said the solenoid doesn't get
hot enough to matter.
We'll see. Yeah.
Adrian Ward, challenge accepted.
I suppose it depends on how quick the pulse is.
Yeah. Well, also, so Monkey Mods is now selling half-length dart springs for not katana mags, and they're very easy to link together. That's the way he designed them. And the Akuna Matata mag that's spelled like katana but not. It's a misspelling of katana. Those half-length 3D printed ones, they're basically similar design to Alice's Vorpal. those could be extended as well. So eventually, someone's going to have a ridiculously long magazine. And it's like, at what point do you put that warning, do not use higher than X amount of dart magazine for risk of damage? Yeah. Also, if you hear my printer in the background, I do apologize. We're test printing some stuff. Any final things you want to say on this, Cobalt, on the tracer pistol, on the not tracer pistol,
on the
the not
Spitfire?
Project
Yeah.
Spitfire.
Hopefully I'll have a working prototype as soon as I start to wire it up, because I think there's very little geometry left that I need to put inside this thing. It's going to be just adjusting what's going on. So
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks, I might have a prototype.
Yeah. For reference, he modeled this in about a day, and you printed out the handle for it, like the following day.
I have a bag full of PLA like that I'm going to recycle at the place, but at least 7 of the pieces in there are handles.
Yeah, that you printed.
And I mean, like,
you showed me the one for this, so yeah.
Yeah,
so
when
he says he's gonna get it done, I full-heartedly believe him, because it went from discussing it to here's a full-on 3D render to here's a printed version of a single part of it within the course of a couple days.
I mean, granted, like, the ergo was kind of the ergonomics of like a prop version of the tracer pistol is kind of, well, the one that I printed out, the ergonomics was kind of like uncomfortable, and I also have to fit the lipo in there, so that's another reason why I had to print out the grip first and get that as near perfect as I could before I printed the rest of it.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, so is there anything else you want to say on it, or are we good to move on to your other stuff?
Well, let's move on though, because
let's move on.
Time.
Yeah.
So, what are these other designs that you and your sorry, I forgot your friend's name, Mohammed.
No, Mohammed. These are all Brendan's design. We haven't shown Mohammed's design yet. So, we teased this. What was it? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
It was number 8.
The cosmetic mod. So Brendan designed these. Brendan, I saw his stuff at Enmore. I'm like, this stuff's really cool, and he's like, awesome. And then we, he tweaked the design a little bit, and now we're just fully on getting better and better models of them. We showed, of course, this one.
Test prints yet?
I am right now.
Oh.
I have been, yeah. So I currently have a test print on right this second. I'm hoping to be getting it done tonight, and I will be on Patreon tonight. Just, hey, look at this, we did a thing. Also, if you want to switch over to the next image, just because we showed this one we didn't show, which a lot of people guessed, and a lot of people guessed in like the chat and the comments originally, but so the guess, yes, it is an actual hatch / bay for kind of a multifunctional area. It's just a very simple thing, but we're more or less leaving it up to the imagination of what you can put in it. I do have personal suggestions like IR flashlights that you can put into it if you wanted to. Yeah, you can put your weed in it, put a cookie.
Snacks.
Sorry, I keep making reference to that. It's like I made that reference the other week, and then Ryan was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It's from Hot Chicks, and Adam Sandler's doing a cameo in Rob Schneider's movie Hot Chicks, and he's playing this this hippie character. His catchphrase is basically like he'll show something off, and he's trying to sell like this antique model, whatever, and then it's like, oh, and if you lift off the roof here of this tiny building, you can put your weed in there. Most people don't know. Anyway, and so that gag happens throughout the movie of where you can hide your weed. Anyway,
people need to know where to hide their weed, and not just weed. We don't discriminate where to hide either. cocaine,
Anyway, so,
heroin.
sorry for the total derail, but
How dare you derail
top
us,
there with that top there where the black lid is, and then like you've got this slice out. Can that slice out go deeper because there's space between that and the barrel? Like you can hollow that out to put.
So that render is not as deep as it actually goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it does go deeper. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm comparing it to the 3D file. So yes, it does go deeper. There is just based off the dimensions. Some of the smaller action cams you can even gut, and you just have the internals, and you can pop it in there. There's enough room for
Firefly Q6.
Exactly, Q6 can easily go in there for like a scope cam. There are flashlight attachments already set up that we will be showing off more later because they're not finalized yet. So I'm not going to show off anything that's not finalized. One big thing that I'm personally going to use it for is to hold stuff for LEDs.
Yeah.
So so just like basic, cosmetic stuff. But the whole idea of this is it's more, it's what you want to put into it.
So Adrian, Brendan, how did you I was thinking of Adrian Ward just. Brendan, how did you come up with this particular design? What's it inspired by?
So, as I mentioned in the chat on whichever episode that was, I mentioned that this was inspired by Titanfall and Oblivion, and that's really like Oblivion in particular. I really like the design aesthetic of like sleek and nice and refined. So I wanted to find a happy medium between like the really cool futuristic look of Titanfall, which is not as sleek, but that has really cool angles on a lot of its guns. So I combined the Jack Harper rifle from Oblivion and the R201 R201 rifle from Titanfall 2, and decided to make a short version of that. And then I put that onto the rifle the strife that I brought to End War. Alex noticed it, and he asked me to make it a little more interesting. So I added a bunch of little details to make it a little more interesting to look at, such as
it was a little bit plain when he first saw it, and then I'm like, can you make it more interesting? It was just like, boom, here you go. Here's vents, here's rivets, here's bolts on. So it's like, it was good. Yeah. So, and originally it was all designed for the Strife. We're going to be going past that, so it's actually going to work on end strike attachments because that's easier. But we will also use a sleeker design if someone wants that sleeker design for the Strife. So if you want, because when I reached out to a few people just to ask questions and things, it was. It's either they like the Strife and they want something a little different from the Strife, or they don't like the Strife at all. So, if they like this piece and they don't like the Strife, I figured let's accommodate them. So, more pictures, basically test prints will be up on our Patreon as they print, because they look pretty damn cool, and shiny. And that for now, that is what that's what we're gonna say about that. But this fall, this American fall, all information will be released on it, which is very, very shortly. Definitely on or before Ragnarok. Which will be cool.
Hang on, I'm very quickly trying to rustle up.
Justin's rustling some jimmies.
Don't tell anyone.
My jimmies.
Really quick. Where did I put this? Where did I put it?
I'm
just grabbing an image of a gun from actually Oblivion.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original design looked Titanfall.
Continue. Go. Continue.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was just saying the original design that I brought with me looked more like the Oblivion rifle because it was more like just simple geometric patterns, and mostly yeah, there you go. So mostly plain shell, nice fillets and angles. But then Alex asked if I could make it look more aggressive. So I thought of another gun that I really liked. So I thought of the 201 from Titanfall, which has a sort of similar look. They both actually have aspects of the Bushmaster ACR, I believe. So it actually is kind of funny that I chose both of them to kind of combine into one more near-future militaristic look for the design that you guys are looking at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the gun called from Titanfall?
R201. Yeah, the R201.
R2D2. Beep.
No, not the R2D2.
Beep boop beep.
Leap loop.
Boop boop beep. Beep boop. Beep boop beep. Yeah. All right. Shall we get on to the
finale?
The main topic at hand? Well, I believe, Brendan, you weren't going to stick around for this part?
If you want, you can. You just going to hear us geek out about a TV show you haven't watched.
I might just listen and giggle. So
yeah, that's
I
fine.
might just mute my. I might just mute.
No, don't mute your mic. We'll just get background giggles. It's fine. And I'll ask you questions that you can't possibly answer.
Yeah. And that's the Titanfall R201.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can see the inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is definitely. I wanted something that still had the angles that I liked from Oblivion, but had much more aggression to it. So, yeah, just flash them back and forth.
Yeah. And then fusion, and then you get that.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Alrighty, let's jump into it.
Serious business.
So if you from now on in this podcast, it's the rest of the podcast is going to be spoilers about Adventure Time. If you don't want them, catch up on Adventure Time, or and watch the finale. We're going to be talking about everything. And,
everything.
Yeah, so,
breaking it down. Give them some science.
Thanks for watching. If you have
Take
to go.
The people on the speech. No. Everyone stay.
Everybody stays. It's too late. You already started watching.
This is the pulse. This is the pulse of the humanity right now. All humanity depends on Adventure Time. Come on, grab your friends.
We'll go to very distant lands.
No, we'll get copyright strike. Don't do it.
Stop.
Don't do it. Don't do it. So.
Did you see that? Like PewDiePie got copyright striked for Despacito because he did an acoustic cover, and he's like
everyone's getting striked right now for songs. That's actually a big meme that's happening. Like the really big YouTubers are singing a couple words of a song with a little bit of harmony.
The system's broken, and all these different people who are like, all these different mobs who are like, oh yeah, we represent the the studios,
the Lollipop Guild,
the record labels. They're all just what's the term? Protection racket, whatever.
Yeah. Racketeering.
Yeah. Profiteering piece of shit. Anyway,
profiteering, racquetball.
Yeah, so the how long ago? It was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Adventure Time
2 weeks
ended.
ago.
So
yeah,
and the finale basically in the lead up to the finale, we were introduced to Uncle Gumbald. Who is an uncle that
PB's uncle and son, and he's very mad about it.
Yeah, he's basically for those who have watched like season 2, 3, like you meet Lemon Grab for the first time. Lemon Grab was like one of PB's later creations that was failed, and he's just, he's autistic basically.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Whereas, using her own kind of gum, I guess. Did she use a bit of herself?
She cloned herself.
Basically, she cloned herself, and made Uncle
More family
Gumbold,
members.
Auntie, I can't remember, and
Auntie something and cousin.
yeah,
Cousin whatever. He
Lilo.
was starchy though.
Starchy?
Like when he got he was starchy when he got memeified or kidified.
No, he wasn't. You're thinking of
Yeah, he
someone
was
else.
starchy.
Starchy is the one with
Crunchy.
the mustache.
Yeah.
Starchy is the one with the mustache. You're thinking of another one.
Crunchy then.
Crunchy, that's it.
Yeah, crunchy. There you go.
So yeah. Anyway, and so they'd built their own Candy Kingdom, and it was leading up to a war, and so that's what the finale leads into, and Finn kind of having all of this character growth, essentially, and also Jake, because if you think back to when the show started, they were all just gun ho, let's go kill some bad guys.
Yeah.
And then when shit gets morally grey in that, it's like, ooh. And so the other baggage that comes leading up to the finale is at the end of season 9, Finn kills Fern.
Yeah.
He using his his robot arm in Weed Whacker mode basically blends. He kills Fern. So for the uninitiated, Fern is this is deep.
Okay, we're
Anyway,
going to
yeah.
deep thing.
So
Bring up the
a while
swords.
back,
Bring up the swords.
To bring Prismo back to life, who is a interdimensional 2D being, who is a dream of an old man. It sounds complicated.
Yeah.
Anyway, they create a time paradox.
We were just talking about the finale.
Pardon?
Yeah. I thought we were just going to talk about the finale. We're going.
This is just the lead up because it's complicated what these characters are. And so anyway, Fern is the time duplicate's soul of Finn. So Finn created a time paradox within like a little pocket dimension that past Prismo created to save himself after deliberately having himself killed by the Lich. And so what happens is when the paradox happens, the duplicate Finn turns into a sword, and so that's Finn's sword. Actually, we've got a list of the swords. So you got the 4D sword and all that. Yeah. So the bottom one there, the blue with the blue thing, and so his soul, the duplicate Finn's soul was like trapped inside that. So anyway, that gets cracked and broken, and what we've also had happen is when Finn's arm got the grass sword, and
no, he didn't lose his arm first. He got the grass sword first.
He got the grass sword
was, quote unquote cursed.
Yeah,
it was quote unquote cursed, but then he made friends with it, and then everything was cool. And it was a sword that can basically like cut through the fiber of reality.
Yeah,
it was overpowered as hell.
Yeah, it's overpowered sword as AF.
Yeah.
So the anyway, the grass sword basically responds to his emotion, and they and when after they killed Prismo, what's his name? Actually, the Lich killed Prismo and took their place because they were trying to get to the cosmic prison, because you've got to commit a cosmic crime by killing a cosmic beam or being or something like that. Yeah. And anyway, so Lich does it. They hitch a ride with Lich as he gets captured by the cosmic guardians, whatever. And then they find Finn's father, and him trying to keep him there. That was one of the season finales a while back. Is that he's trying to hold on, and then it just rips his arm off. Yeah. So in what's happened in a lot of alternate realities that we've seen, so alternate timelines, when he goes to sleep
futures.
in Paloi, when he wakes up in Paloi, the pillow world, after falling asleep inside the
pillow fort.
Blanket pillow fort. Finn loses his arm. And so that's always happened, and everyone's just been like, "Oh, how's it gonna happen?" So that's how it happened.
Yeah.
So
and it happens in his past lives as well.
Yeah.
Most of them. Yeah.
So anyway,
that arm's just not allowed to exist.
The writers kind of didn't know how to fully deal with that, even after like they had that whole thing of him, basically going through PTSD and that from that. But then he grows his arm back because of the bee. A bee falls in love with the flower that's on his arm.
Bee princess, bee princess, or bee queen, I should say.
And then she becomes bee queen, and all that happens. Now, anyway, so the sword. So anyway, we're nearly there. So the grass sword, during a confrontation, with Fiona's, no, is it not Fiona? Susan Strong.
Yeah.
Then the curse leaves his arm. So his arm just crawls off and leaves in its grass form, and then attaches to the broken Finn sword. And binds it, and then becomes Fern, which is basically a cursed grass duplicate of Finn. And when we see inside the sword, in kind of this soul realm, whatever that's, this Finn soul, secondary soul is trapped in there, you see this little grass spider thing, which is the representation of the curse, binding him. So, that's the lead up to the finale. Anyway, shit goes down. Finn takes them all into the the shit goes down in this episode. Holy crap. Basically,
armies form, lesbians make out. Good time.
Yeah. There's all's good in love and war, baby.
Exactly.
So anyway, so to try and resolve it and to give Gumball and Princess Bubblegum an epiphany, he throws... What is that vial that he throws down?
It's okay, that is the nightmare juice he got from the Nightmare Princess. And it puts them in a state of shared consciousness.
Yeah.
Basically, it puts them all in a dream state that they share.
So it's Inception.
Yes, it is Inception. And then, essentially, PB and Gumball fight for the beginning, and then they basically have the role reversal of, instead of PB making Uncle Gumball stupid and candy and docile.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about that. How fucking dark is PB? She lobotomized her own fucking family.
No. She didn't. She trapped them in their own brain because they still had full-on conscious thought of their full-on intelligence conscious thought.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah, no, it is. Because you at least lobotomize you.
Well, still, it would still be pretty effed up, but like...
Oh, it's pretty effed up. It's pretty fucked up.
Cobalt, you're making a bit of noise, just so you know.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, you're dropping stuff.
We can hear your whatever you're working on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the thing.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So, yeah. Anyway, so, PB's got some pretty dark stuff. Well, she grew up, became a being, had to grow up and build her own kingdom, and then had to defend that kingdom in a post-apocalyptic setting. She's pretty tough.
She had to build her own race. She had to realize if her own race was sentient, is intelligent, or they're too hard to control. So she built a dictatorship, essentially.
Yeah.
They try to pass it. They pass it off as she really cares, but in the end, she built a dictatorship.
Well, it was funny that she kept she makes all of them they're all just happy and a bit too stupid, but then then she's basically mom though. But however, a bunch of them are all pretty intelligent, so it's kind of like she's got to try and make beings that aren't too ambitious to want to take her over. Did I lose you?
If I'm breaking up, someone's breaking up.
You're breaking up a bit, Alex.
I'm breaking. Why am I breaking up?
If you need to disconnect, come back. My connection's pretty stable with this new internet, I think. Well, we haven't dropped out yet. I better bring it up now so I get jinxed.
So people are home and stuff's being downloaded.
So, then what happens?
Anyway, yeah, keep going. I think, okay, I'm good now.
Basically, they have a role reversal. They have, like, basically it's forced empathy for her to learn that, they were conscious during like all of her failings and wanted to help and whatever. But it seems like he didn't have that epiphany of like, that would have been really terrifying as a little girl to have your uncle threaten to lobotomize you. So
yeah.
Anyway, and then pardon? You're breaking in and out, dude.
An entire king.
We can't hear you. Like I can only hear robotic Alex. A disconnect and reconnect, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, it's still breaking in and out, dude. Alex, just disconnect. I'm gonna drop you out of the chat. You can join back in.
I'm dropping out.
Bye, Alex. Hello, Alex.
How you doing? I think he's still connecting. Man has something up with his Wi-Fi. Whoop.
Okay, there we go. Well, I'm not great, but I assume I'm decent.
Yeah, you sound way better now. Yeah, what were you saying?
Cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so then you also saw Gumball, experiencing the, oh shit, it's actually really hard to build a kingdom. And it's actually, oh crap. This isn't like, yes, he had the dream, but to actually put that dream into fruition is stupidly difficult and completely isolating, because she's essentially a god to her people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's actually more to that too, but we'll also cover what happens first in the unconscious realm. So Jake goes down into Finn's memories and their shared memories between Finn and Fern while they're fighting, brings out their repressed memories, and then they go and face them together, and then Finn finds the spider grass demon.
The curse.
Yeah, takes it off Fern Finn, and then Fern Finn kills it. Yeah. And Fern loses his body because the grass dies, and so that's a pretty good way to finish that arc. I thought that was pretty good, and like
it was,
yeah. And then when they come back back to the real world, and Fern's after the battle, his beanie falls off, and like his swaying grass hair and all that is fading and all that. I thought it was just really well done. It's like
this is deep, man. This is so deep.
Yeah, So
and then also like the destruction. I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but the destruction of the treehouse.
That was messed up. It's so iconic. After they come back from the unconscious realm, everything seems hunky-dory, but then Golb turns up. So Golb seems to be, like, it's not fully explained, but he seems to be the embodiment of chaos, like a manifestation of which is like a fundamental nature part of the universe. So he's more of not so much an evil being, he's more of a force of nature.
Yeah, he just is.
Yeah.
So when he came down, I completely ruined itself, because this is like the big bad. The first thing that popped in my head when he came down from the sky is baby Finn singing, "I'm a big buff baby that can dance like a man," just because the lower half looks like baby Finn's body. And I'm just like, well, that's all I hear now when I see gold.
Yeah. So what is also noteworthy is that he's got the square pyramid head, which is similar to Glob. Glob was one of the rulers of Mars.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, and when you see Glob, he has multiple faces on each facet of his head and kind of thing. So I wonder if he derived his power from Glob.
Well, I'm gonna get very theoretic. What's Theo?
Theory.
What's the word? Theology. Religious theology.
Okay, yeah, go religious. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going religious overtones here. So, if the King of Mars is God, and Golb is the equivalent to Jesus, the son of, then would Golb then be the Antichrist? So it's the polar opposite. So they would look similar in the way.
I don't know. I don't think about it. Yeah, it's not explained enough for that to draw that comparison.
And they won't. They don't want to explain it like that. But I don't know. It's just like I just figured that
I was thinking of it more of that kind of like if you compare it to say Doctor Strange and the Ancient One and all the other wizards deriving power from Mudaku or
Nordamu.
Nordamu, yeah.
It's only the main, the big one, but I get you. Yeah. So that's like he's like a power conduit. If he can control discord and chaos, that slightly,
then he can create the order of the kingdom of Mars.
I got you. Yeah.
So anyway, so we have actually seen Golb before. Golb appeared very briefly, and it was kind of funny too because of like. So in the episode Poloi, I think it's called Poloi, Finn falls asleep inside a pillow fort.
We've talked about this. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. On stream. Wait.
Yeah. We just talked about this minutes ago. Who are you?
Sorry.
What do you got?
Wait, what?
Where am I?
Anyway, yeah. So we have seen Golb before, and when he's in the blackness, traveling after Finn dies in Poloi, he dies of old age and lives out an entire lifetime in Poloi. And then he sees Golb along the way. So it's like in the in-between unconscious spirit realm or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So
the void.
Yeah, in the void.
So going, I'm off. Just we're gonna go. We're gonna derail just a little bit.
Yeah.
So Finn lived out his lifetime in Pillow World, so an entire, let's say, human lifetime.
Yeah.
He's also done that. Remember the that dungeon that he had to go into, and then when he closed his eyes, he could walk through it.
Oh yeah.
Like almost astral projection. He lived like multiple lifetimes doing that. So mentally,
you mean total amount of time?
Yeah.
Well, it's unclear how many times Finn had to close his and get out of.
One of the time he gets pretty old. He just spends like a whole lifetime.
Really?
With his eyes closed. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
He goes. He leaves Jake. He goes off into the woods. He just blindfolds himself
until he can go back and find the place.
Yeah, he spends years and years. It's kind of wandering. So it's like he's lived lifetimes in that one lifetime.
Yeah.
I don't know how much was repressed or.
Well, he doesn't remember his experiences in Poloi, but they're kind of around him. But he also doesn't remember his past reincarnations.
No, vaguely. I mean, he has glimpses of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because you can't comprehend all of what you are, unless you're the God Emperor of June. The sacrifice of Leto II, experiencing all humans' lifetimes simultaneously. Everyone
we always get back to Dune.
Yeah, it's the source of everything because, like, he yeah, that's his sacrifice. Is when he becomes the God Emperor, he becomes so he has so much computing power in his brain, or like he can process so much. He can actually live out everyone's billions of lifetimes, and so he has been everyone. So he knows that he is the human race, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so anyone who's ever been attacked, murdered, raped, or anything, so he's perceived that. So anyway, getting back to the Betty,
getting back to the children's show that we've been talking about.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, so during the fight, Gold releases mutants, creates mutants out of shit. You know, just doing his chaos shit. Yeah. The thing that just made me pause the video and go, oh my god, is during the fight, it looks like Bubblegum gets killed by one of the mutants, and Marceline goes apeshit, goes full blown vampire mode, and kills one of the giant mutants, and so she's pretty. She can flex her top tier, but then again, she is like draws energy from the Nightosphere, whatever.
Yeah,
so she is a demon, technically. Like,
yeah, she's half demon, half vampire, half human.
Yeah. So anyway, and then she finds out Marceline's okay. They have a D&M, and then they kiss. Yeah. So this is like the second kind of TV show to actually show lesbians kissing, other than Steven Universe, on Cartoon Network.
Oh, on Cartoon Network. I was going to say TV show.
Well, sorry, children's cartoon show, whatever.
Children's cartoon.
I don't think there's anything on Nickelodeon. Does Nickelodeon even make shows anymore? Who knows?
I don't know. They just make concepts and ideas. But yeah, it's good. It's like that's like what's a big canon or the big ship for forever, right?
And it's not together. Like something that's shoehorned in at the end of like Legend of Korra with Avatar Legend of Korra.
I'm a lesbian now.
Yeah, it's like there was no kind of romantic chemistry with this side character whose personality is, I'm the car driver. I'm rich and I've got facilities.
No, she's the rich car driver. Thank you very much.
And oh yeah, let's hold hands and walk in and just let's shoehorn this crap in to pander to fans. Whereas this actually had clout because like it was written in seasons ago. Like from when they first like
pretty much first season.
Yeah. We have history. Kind of deal, those lines, and then when they were they had to play the music together to open up a gate or something.
Yeah. They formed the band.
They had to get their shit sorted, like because they'd been apart for so long, and then the shirt. Princess Bubblegum still had Marceline's shirt she gave her, which smells of Marceline, and so you've got in that episode, Princess Bubblegum's wearing it as pajamas, and she smells it. It's like, it's like I was like, whoa. So, and then she trades it for Hambo to get Hambo back for Marceline, and what's her name? What's the witch? What's the evil witch name? I can't remember. Anyway, the witch is like, this has so much. What was it?
Attachment? No.
What was it? Attachment? No. Basically, affectionate energy. Whatever. Sentimental energy. That's it.
Maja.
Maja, the evil witch. There we go. Have we still got people listening to us going on about this?
Yeah, we still got people rambling. Yeah, still got 10. We got 10 masochists listening.
Yeah. All right. So with Maja and all that kind of Anyway, I thought that was funny that Maja explodes. Oh well, it was a good payoff. The lump of bubblegum and the vampire kissed. So
yeah, and everything was right with the world.
Yeah.
Also, the tandem elephant the tandem war element shows up like late.
Yeah,
like,
I thought
there
that was
a war?
funny. I heard there was a war.
Oh, it's over. Yeah, and
so,
then also,
going
into the episode, going more into the episode, it's actually being all told by Bimo, which is now the new King of Ooh, 1,000 years in the future, and they have a new intro, which is more or less the reincarnations of Finn and Jake.
Yeah,
and they one thing we see is a giant sweet pea, very giant sweet pea with the night sword.
Yeah,
the night sword, which was made by Abadir.
No, the night sword was made by Cinnamon.
Abadir. No, the night sword was made by Abadir.
No,
Abadir?
The night sword was made by Cinnamon. No, what's his name? Peppermint. Peppermint Butler. Peppermint Butler made the sword, and then he
formed by Peppermint Butler. Yeah.
Yeah, Peppermint Butler summons Marceline's dad from the Nightosphere to curse her.
And he bless it. You know.
Endow this sword with the power of the Nightosphere. Okay.
Dark demon magic. Peppermint Butler. That's the other thing. So Peppermint Butler, of course, gets the lobotomy juice earlier on.
Yeah.
From Gumball, and at the end of the series, you see him reading Dark Magic 101 book.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
He will rise again.
He will rise again. I need to get a bow tie.
So, well, you see him when he was like way younger and little, when in the flashback, the reincarnation episode, with the ghost. Actually, you can see the ghost in the big picture there, right at the green slimy thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You have the collaboration picture up of everyone.
Yeah. Down the bottom. Yeah, there. So I thought that was another throwback. So yeah, it was interesting how they kind of. I think it was cool that they did it that way to kind of make it circular, because when the series started and it starts going on, people realized, oh, this isn't fantasy. This is kind of fantasy and post-apocalyptic, because you can see the ruins of what's kind of resembles our society. And,
exactly. Oh, it is our society essentially after nuclear war. The only difference is the actual elementals existed. So
and magic.
Yeah, but
well,
who says magic doesn't exist now?
So
boom! I've seen the internet. There's magic.
So what's cool though is like in like that, when they first meet Billy and they tell the legend of Billy and all that kind of thing. Billy knocked the Lich King down. Oh yeah, he fight a bear. So that how they create the lore that a lot of this stuff existed before Finn and Jake were around, and then it was cool that they end the story by telling the legend of Finn and Jake and that kind of thing through Bimo retelling the story. So some people I saw in comments were like, the ending kind of implies, or no, they thought it implied that, oh, they're like starting a new series with these new characters. It's like, no, it's that their stories got retold, and that it inspires like another generation, 1,000 years later, kind of deal.
Well, it's essentially the same people, of another generation.
They weren't essentially the same, because
they're all reincarnations in themselves.
I don't think so.
Changed.
Well, Princess, what was it? Puff Princess. She seemed to be a descendant of Jake and his children.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, there was yellow dog,
yeah, but
yellow puffy dog
yeah.
with a horn, and then
Yeah,
has
but
interdimensional teleporting powers through her
But
belly button.
why couldn't he also just that Puff Princess be a descendant of or a reincarnation of Jake and a descendant?
Yeah.
Because here's the big thing: why would anyone but Finn and Jake be able to take the Finn sword out of the tree?
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think it was locked there, but I guess maybe it was just waiting for
why
someone
was it still there
worthy?
after 1,000 years?
Yeah. I wonder if the soul is still in there.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm wondering if the soul's like connected with like with Finn's lifetime. If that makes sense, where basically they both get updated with the same memories.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I think.
Or is it divided at the point of division from when they created the paradox?
I think it's divided at the point of division, with the paradox. So if they have memories up until then, and anything the Finn sword or Fern experienced after then they basically did form new memories. But they would have been pretty similar for the most part, because the Finn sword was there for a while, the grass sword was there for a while, and yeah. So, my question is does the Finn sword, the Finn inside the Finn sword, I would imagine does subconsciously recognize that one of them Finn and Jake's reincarnation? But would it consciously recognize? We go, oh yeah, that's me, just in the future.
I don't know. I'm not convinced that they are the show me the little white cat thing.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of unclear which it seemed like a switch of the role reversal, because Puff Princess seemed to be all intelligent and stuff, whereas Shermie seemed like more of a cat creature with that shelf inside there, which seems to be they're living in Marceline's old place.
Old house.
Well,
they always live in. I bet you if they ever release more lore, they always lived in one of Marceline's places, because the tree was one of Marceline's places.
Yeah, right. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, another kind of the only other episodes that throw back to the future is the Grable stories.
Oh yeah.
Which I just realized they also kind of depicted similar. I notice how the colors, all the grass has changed color to a more muted. It's a more muted green.
Mm.
So the grass is faded or dyed 1,000, or not dyed, but it's the changed color into the future. So you see that in the Grable episodes, and you see that in so that's the one I was thinking of, the Lemon Hope, when Lemon Hope comes back after 1,000 years and walks through this city that seems to have been built up around the Candy Kingdom, and then he goes back to the old Lemon Grab fortress and he goes to his old room. So I thought it was fun, interesting to see that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much.
There's so much. Just trying to pop this on the TV. Oh, good, Sparky. Yeah, but yeah, it's just there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good memes. That's one of the things I'm gonna miss the most about all of it. Is you remember when they first meet Jermaine?
Yeah.
And then Jake pulls out the Buster Sword.
Oh, does he?
he pulls out a Buster Sword, and Finn's like, "No, that's too unwieldy." He's like, "Yeah, but I'll look awesome doing a sick triple combo with this thing." Just like, it was that's honestly what sold the show for me. Is just stuff like that.
Oh, I thought like some of like their stories and messages were great too. So stuff like
I like the dark, fucked up shit, like Bemo's contemplating committing murder when he killed Amo.
Yeah.
It's like, and it was a realization of someone. I think it just killed someone.
And that episode was rated PG too because of it.
Yeah.
Instead of G.
Yeah.
And then the other one was for me was the whole Lemon Hope thing that it's so effing relatable because I only just came back to save yous so I could forget about yous. And get on with my own life because like they all expected him to live the life that was forced upon him when he just wanted his own freedom, and I thought that was so relatable in like when you have like oppressive parents kind of way. I thought that was like just brilliant, and damn it, there was another one I was thinking of, but yeah, just all these like little messages and themes and little fables of life. I don't know.
Little grables of life. Yeah. No, it's interesting because when I was looking at pictures for this, just kind of throw up. There's a lot of people going, "Oh, we should do a Adventure Time LARP," and I'm like, no. no, on many reasons, because it's like the world's cool, but the world's nothing without actually the characters,
the art style too.
Yeah,
I don't think it'd translate well to.
It doesn't. I've seen some
cosplay attempts, and it's like, well, the problem is because it's all drawn and simplified. Yeah. How do you actually depict Bubblegum's hair? Yeah. Because
I think we discussed this like when you, me, and Ryan were just chatting one night. It's like we should cosplay, and I was gonna be Peppermint Butler.
Lol.
But that's such an easy. It's just a blue suit with a bow tie.
Red bow
blue
tie.
Tux, red bow tie. Yeah. I think it's a tuxedo because it actually has tails. I'm looking at the picture.
Oh
yeah,
it is because he's a butler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we see it. Oh, sorry. Back on Bubblegum's hair, the episode where I wish I had beautiful hair. He's trying to find. Finn's trying to find Princess Hair for the Wood Witch. Otherwise, otherwise, your friend will become stuck in my bottomless bottom. Holy crap! The show is just so endless.
Was that with
surrealist humor?
Bill the Bear?
Pardon?
Was that with Bill the Bear, who thought his name was 1-1?
No. That's way later. This was she sits on Jake, and she's got a bottomless bottom. You gotta go find me Princess Hair, because she's bald. Yeah. And so Finn gets Princess Bubblegum, does a dinner date, a speed dinner date with Princess Bubblegum, makes spaghetti. Here, eat this. Okay. You're lucky I like spaghetti. And anyway, gets a piece of her hair, and it's actually just a wad of gum. So like, you can't really do that as a cosplay thing.
Now listen, what if you just get a lot of gum? You just roll around in it. I mean, honestly, if you were to cosplay Princess Bubblegum, I would do right after she fell off the mother gum.
I wouldn't cosplay Princess Bubblegum.
Yeah,
I couldn't pull it off.
I'd be Pep Up. I'd do Pep Up for life.
Peppermint Butler. But I thought it was great that anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when we get to see Finn's hair for the first time. He pulls off his... Okay, well, check this out! And he pulls off his hat and all of his beautiful hair starts waving in the wind.
So is his hat like a bag of holding or like a wormhole?
I don't know.
That was a lot of
hair.
hair.
I thought it was just for the joke.
It's a lot of hair. No. New headcanon. That hat is actually a bag of holding. He actually stores nothing in his backpack, and everything goes in the hat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man. So, I think I can't really think of much else that I want to say.
I can, but we just be rambling on to strip down this nostalgia lane more than we already are
the finale or stuff that they showed and
Sweet Pea becoming the
giant,
super giant, more than likely being trained by Finn. That's my guess. That's what most of the internet guesses as well. Is that he was probably trained by Finn.
Because he did it like he is from the lich infected body of Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's skeleton that was mutated, whatever, after being infected by the lich, and then is regrown from the life juice from the cosmic prison.
Yeah.
And so for him to become a basically righteous, I guess...
Righteous dude?
Yeah, a righteous giant again is kind of circular.
Yeah. It's good. He's like a big giant. Yeah. He's got an epic beard, man. That's like next level beard.
Yeah.
Well,
he's 1,000 years old.
Beard. Yeah. As depicted by the beard. When I'm 1,000 years old, I still don't have that type of beard. Oh well.
And
yeah.
I did notice in the background though, of one of so they do a montage of everyone getting on with their lives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the come along. And and you do see Lemon Hope in the background of one of them. Yeah, and
he's chilling with Susan Strong.
Yeah,
or at least with them. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was some other stuff, but I suppose But it was great how. Actually, the thing that was noteworthy for me when I first saw the show was that they actually depict actual evil for them to slay or to deal with.
Yeah.
Because the first episode I ever saw was It Came from the Nightosphere, and that's when Marceline's dad breaks out of the Nightosphere and starts sucking up the souls of Oo. And that was just so surreal and so dark, and it's like, holy crap, this is a children's show, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, and I remember where I saw that too. It was someone was watching it on an iMac in the old Creative Arts building at my university. So this would have been in 2009, 2010. So holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, though, one of the things that's definitely got to stick about the show is that they ended it, and they ended it well.
Yeah.
Some people may not be 100% happy with the ending because they're always like, but it's really because the writers wanted to leave a lot up to speculation
and imagination.
More than anything. Exactly.
Well, like it kind of just leaves it to point out that their lives went on, and because and eventually one day ended, like because they said it 1,000 years in the future. It's like it would have been interesting if they'd tied up. I don't know if it needed tying up. If like Huntress Wizard and Finn properly got together.
Yeah, who did Finn bang? That's something that I want to know. Who did Finn bang? Hey.
Well, we have confirmed a pillow.
He did, but that's
because he had kids in Poloi.
Yeah, no, he did. And how many species can crossbreed with each other in Oo? So you have rainicorns and dogs can crossbreed. They're completely two different genomes, but they still can.
I think that was because he's not a dog though.
He isn't. Okay, so rainicorns and alien symbiote, half dogs. can breed. The candy people, I believe, can breed because there's a bunch of kids, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe PB just created the kids. And even then, they still then technically breed because she just makes them all. But if Finn's, I mean, there are the other humans, you know.
The other humans came back, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think most of it's all been wrapped up, except for the fire giants, which has been speculated they created the Fire Kingdom. And Mo
made the fire giants. Yeah.
Oh wait, I was saying this before the podcast, right?
Yeah, you were.
So yeah,
with your voice of God.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So one other thing that was also has been speculated is people in a flashback of Mo before he became the cyborg and created all the other Mo's. So the original Mo. You can see in the background of his office or whatever, looking out. There's they're building one of the fire giants. And you can also see on his desk a map. The schematics of a dome on a planet, which looks very similar to the
Mars.
Mars. So did he colonize Mars? Was he at war with Mars? Why did he create the fire giants? And then what happened to activate them? That kind of thing. Was it during the Mushroom War? And that's when it also created the Fire Kingdom. Who knows? But there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. As who said that? Trico said, if a series ends with everything sliced and told, the series will be forgotten. Or solved and told, not sliced. You know what? Screw it. Everything's sliced and told. Yeah. Because that's true. Because we wouldn't be talking about it for now 45 minutes of
Okay.
We've been talking for Adventure Time for 45 minutes.
All right, we better wrap this up then. But that was fun.
I had fun.
Yeah, because I don't know. I just feel like it's been around for so long, and it's like I think the show almost is. It's tied to my 20s now.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, yeah. This is so. What did you watch when you were a young adult, Grandpa? Well, come along with me, Goku.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening in and hearing too.
And.
Pardon?
I blooped the pig.
There we
go. And chilling with us, chatting about a TV show that ended.
Yeah, TV show that ended.
It kind of had it actually had a good ending and ended on I guess it was a high. Yeah, it was a high. I think it's still loved. Kind of like Seinfeld. They offered them $1 million an episode. They offered Seinfeld $1 million an episode to keep the series going, and he turned it down.
Yeah.
This was $1990. So anyway, but yeah, thank you very much, everyone who stayed tuned during the live stream. Thank you for listening. If you're listening on the VOD, Cobalt is still rummaging in the background. Cobalt, thank you very much for coming on, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
Man. Yeah. Well, you guys will be hearing more from Cobalt in the future. We have
because
stuff.
I said very little.
You did. It's all good, man. We'll work it more later. This is also live, so it's all good. So you said more then. But yes. Thanks, everyone.
And also, so upcoming stuff. I have finished the rough edit for a new gameplay, and I'm kind of going through it, doing the sound effects and all of the I'm gonna make a new HUD for it for live action gameplay. So yeah, expect the next video up. Hopefully, maybe tonight, tomorrow. I don't
believe
know.
in you. You and your butter coffee can do anything.
Yeah. So so there'll be gameplay up soon.
Cool.
And we may have some other videos up. So
other videos up soon as well.
All right, thanks guys.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thank you. See ya.